Hello and welcome to the Mockingbird Show. I've got quite a lot of queries in terms of what PeaCept for early years is and how is it beneficial for children in the early childhood years. How is it brain-based? What is PeaCept as a pedagogy looking at? And what kind of training am I providing for this? So let me kind of decode PeaCept for early years for all my listeners today. I've come up with this concept of PeaCept because I feel that peace studies is very integral for children right from the start, from the early childhood years. Now, as an adult, you would feel that why peace studies? What is the importance of peace studies from so early? So that is a question that is coming, from many angles, many places. But I would say that when a child is very little, they come with a mind which is like a plain sheet of paper. I had mentioned this in some of my videos before as well. And at that time, the children's neural network and the synapses, all of them are forming. So the brain architecture is forming. And our prefrontal cortex of the brain is being developed, but it develops a little slowly than the rest of the brain. So the children are, when they are small, they're infant, they are able to see expressions, they are able to identify expressions, yet they are not able to analyze. Now, when they're not able to analyze, it is through training, it is through regulation, emotional regulation, that they start to understand how to regularize their emotions or how to analyze an emotion, and that is how the brain wiring starts to happen. So as adults, when we display peaceful behavior, we can see that the child would choose peace over violence. So now when we're talking about PeaCept, it is a pedagogy that can be implemented in any early childhood classroom. It can be implemented at home. It can be done by the parents. And here we are looking at teaching these children mindfulness, emotional self-regulation, the core skills like empathy, compassion, love, kindness, collaboration, how they're able to, peacefully resolve a conflict. So these kind of things when a child is doing in the classroom, besides learning the academic, they start to understand how to manage relationships, how to manage relationship with the peers, how to manage a conflict, how to manage their own inner self-turmoil. So PeaCept for early years is a brain-based framework where we are trying to bring in understanding in the students about peace through different kind of activities. So we have our activities, we have our toolkits, and the children start to know about gratitude, how they need to be thankful about the moments, the good moments in their lives, how they need to navigate through anger, through other kind of disruptive feelings, and how they can develop mindfulness. So PeaCept integrates SEL, the social emotional learning. It integrates the sustainable development goals, mindfulness practices. It also includes play-based learning, because for children, play is very important, and it is also some place where they are learning a concept, but at the same time they are developing peacekeeping skills. They are understanding my turn. They are understanding all these concepts which are so important for them while their brain architecture is being formed. So PeaCept, I have trained a lot of educators on this, and we have also seen a few PeaCept schools coming up, which is really a welcoming move from their end, because they are taking our toolkit and they are starting to implement those, and also the results of how the children are improving by using these skills. So moving on to the pillars of PeaCept, it's peace within, peace with others, peace with the environment, inclusive and diversity. It is also about peaceful learning environments that are so essential for the child to, be able to be in control of their feelings. So we are into guiding the schools to set up an infrastructure which is more peaceful, more learning enabling, and then the outdoors and the indoors, how it is to be made in order to enable peace in the environment. There are a lot of activities, a lot of worksheets that teaches children about diversity, about integration, about inclusion, about love for one another, respect, honesty, friendship, conflict resolution, and so much more. So this also comes as, different art activities, peace through art, peace through drama, peace through any kind of other performing arts like dance and music. So there are a lot of things that are in it. We have a beautiful gratitude jar where children tell what they are grateful about, and the teachers make those chits and put in the jar. So when they are a little grown up, they make their own chits and they start putting in the jar about what they are thankful for in their lives. So these are different kind of activities which will enable the child to choose peace over violence as and when it is needed. And this whole curriculum is not about moving away from war. We are not even talking about war, because we want that the child develops inner peace and peace with the environment. So we would not even focus on war. We would focus on peace as in peace. So it is something where a child is mindfully taking decisions, mindfully understanding, mindfully labeling their own emotions, and they are able to navigate through those. And they are also quite easy with their relationship with others. They are more accepting, they are more friendly, they are more, kind of collaborative, more communicative. And this is what we need in today's society, because we can see that there's a lot of disconnect of people from one another because of the devices, because of the age we live in, where everybody is so much into the screen. So here, when a child is kind of not really communicating and collaborating with others, they do not develop these skills, and as a result, when they grow up, they are not able to assimilate, they are not able to work together, they cannot become a team. And these kind of traits are already being seen, and there's a lot of cases where children are not able to label or understand their feelings, and they are kind of confused, they have identity crisis, they are not able to sit and think mindfully, and they do not have the concentration and focus which is required in order to also be successful in their lives. So this pedagogy integrates it all, and that starts from the early childhood years. So these are the most crucial years in terms of a child's brain development. So when it happens from the start, it is much easier for parents, for educators, for schools to have children who are already managed, who already know about their emotions, who can analyze, and then it is easier for us to do the job, like go further with it. Like when children become teenagers, they have their own set of problems, and I have seen that these kind of problems are increasing a lot because mental health, inner well-being, all of this has not been the focus of our education system. So we need to make this a primary focus of our education system, because we can see a lot of disruption and chaos with teenagers. So PeaCept, I feel, is going to be really, really helpful for schools and educators who would want to become PeaCept educators, PeaCept mentors, PeaCept trainers. And our courses are open, so you can get in touch with us and you can learn more about this entire pedagogy and the curriculum that you can also plan for yourself. You can also become a trainer where you can train others to deliver and implement the PeaCept curriculum. So it's a very big scope for you to explore, and it is a new area because many has not thought about this, but at the same time it is one vital and integral thing in life. Without peace, we are not happy, and when we are not happy, we are not able to deliver or be individuals who enjoy living. So peace is one thing that we need to keep within ourselves and need to also project outside. So when the educators are peace educators, they will also be kind of creating a classroom, creating learning environments that are peace enabling. And so They will come up with new ideas, and this is what we are teaching in the courses. And for schools who would want to take up this pedagogy, we are designing the entire thing, we are customizing it as per the need of the school, and we will be delivering so that the educators are able to implement the same. And we would also be training the educators for the right and the proper implementation of the pedagogy. So I'm looking forward to giving out more courses and getting aligned with more schools in terms of PeaCept for early years. And I also look forward to having a society which is more peaceful. We want younger generations who are more emotionally self-regulated, who are happy individuals. And this is my mission in life. I've worked towards it a lot, and I feel that even if I can make a 10% change in how people look at situations, how people react and respond to situations, it is going to really be helpful for all of us in the long run, and for the children particularly. So if you kind of resonate with PeaCept for early years, please share this video forward. We need a PeaCept movement, and we need everybody to come towards this, because this is not my pedagogy, it is our pedagogy. It is something that we can give to our society. It is something that can make a difference in the society. Thank you so much for joining me in the Mockingbird Show. Until next week, stay happy, stay calm, and stay peaceful.